not. No. Behave, Sherry. No more races. I am just so addicted to those darn races. It's just. Oh, yes, Blackbird, which reminds me. You won a prize. Hey, welcome back, Dummy. Welcome back, Moon. Welcome back, Area. And BB. BB? Did you want me to do your picture, kiddo? I figured you probably would want a picture. Or it's either. Which one was it? Thank goodness I'm keeping most everything in one thing now. It was either stickers. Oh, all the stickers are gone. So, picture. You want to jump on? Maybe. Kidding about you winning what? Snake guy. Okay. Snake guy for. Hey, Greenhawks. For BB. Okay. Hi, Mr. J. Okay, gonna put this here, even though Dorothy's cat keeps on knocking it off my table. A shirt, Sherry. Oh, really? Ah. Balls, poop, turd, stop. So, who's Greenhawk's variety, BB? A shirt. Did you win a shirt? You might have won a shirt. What was. We had that list on Instagram. Have that list in the thing too. Ugh. Hey, Michaela, brave. Hey. Okay, now. What should we do tonight? Oh, yes, someone wanted an invite. So. Going to go to. No. There. And. Dougie. What the heck? Oh, that's what that is. Okay. Oh, come on. Sometimes finding people on here is.
Go again on and midnight.
Night dot. Hope you had fun. Um, dang. Oh, yeah. There we go. I hate this carpet. Okay, let me see. I am back here. And I had two on. How'd I have two on? Just to mess me up. You know that's, difficult. Coffee wore off already. That is difficult. That is sad. So, what would everyone like me to do now in not races? Oh, I'm going to have to go into my ESO for a moment as it is. Everyone knows that bit. Hey, oddly satisfying. Um, Checking to see Blackbird, Mitzi, Dominique. Okay. Topala. Hey. Okay. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go into my Elder Scrolls Online so that I can get my daily. Just because I haven't. There's Brave. Bring him on now. Bring him on later. Bring him on now. Hi.
Hi.
Smile. That
I
was a
was.
good smile, and you know it.
I know. I was drinking a smoothie earlier, but I'm done with it now.
Okay.
I'm just
That's
saying.
good.
I know.
I'm happy for you.
Well,
What was
because
in your smoothie?
let's see here. It was peaches, mango, strawberries, and pineapple.
Wow.
It was like a yellowish flavor. It was really good.
Nice. So, what do you use to make it? I usually use a bullet.
I use what we have. We have a blender called a Vitamix, I think is how you say it.
Vitamin machine?
Yeah, and that's what I use in it. It's a big blender, and you can make soups in it. You can do all sorts. But I use it for smoothies.
Ah.
Yeah.
We have a little one. It's just, a little thing. You take your bullet and there you go.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, I haven't used that sucker in a long time.
Hey, Dominique, how are you doing?
That is tempting.
I'm just saying hi to the people in the chat room.
Do 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 do.
How was your day?
The day was pretty good. Hasn't been too bad on me today. Interesting Breton stuff.
We've
Yep.
had a heat wave the last 2 days here.
You had a
So,
heat wave?
yeah, so yesterday it was 94 degrees.
We had a storm, but it wasn't that bad. Share screen. There we go. Where is it? Crumbs. Launcher. Bring launcher down.
Are you going to do some artwork?
I think I may do some artwork after I go in here.
Okay.
My daily thing. Which doesn't take very long once I get in there.
Yeah. Want me to tell you something that I was listening?
Someone's what?
Can I tell you something that I was listening to?
Sure.
So I was listening to a podcast earlier, and this might.
Okay.
I hope that this doesn't make people laugh because it was making me laugh. But you know how Mario slides down a pole in a video game? Like
Okay.
Well, the joke is that Mario was kind of the first like video game stripper to go down a pole because he slides down a pole, and that's
It could be he could also be a fireman.
I know, but the joke is that he's a stripper. He's an Italian video game character going down a pole, so he's kind of a stripper in that sense that he's just down that pole at the end of every level.
Yep.
I'm trying hard to make you. I'm trying to make you laugh again.
Oh, well, Mario doesn't really do it. Did you know that Mario was actually a thief? He actually stole what's his name? The gorilla.
Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong.
Escaped from him.
Yeah.
Stole him from the zoo. How sweet, huh?
Yeah.
So, actually, mine and Dorothy's brother had given us a Gemini game system, which does the Nintendo's Nintendo. You stole what? You didn't steal anything. Mario did. Yeah, exactly, Michaela. Like that one. Or do that. Blackbird, go kick your brother. Mario.
Yeah, Area 51. Mario was kind of like a video game stripper in the sense that he slides down a pole. Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, because I hear you starting to laugh a little bit.
That makes me try.
Yeah, I'm trying to make. Yeah. What else to talk about? Oh, did you hear that the NASA's putting up new pornographic images out into space to attract aliens?
Okay, where did the joke come from?
No, I'm just saying that that's true. That they're putting out, they're projecting images of that out into outer space
to encourage whatever. Well, who's to say that they are made like we are?
Nobody knows that.
Humanoid.
Yeah, nobody knows if they're humans or not. But I'm saying that they're putting out images like that to attract aliens into outer space. Is there something going on in the chat room right now?
Are you getting an awful lot of this troll who keeps on coming in and everything right
Hmm.
now. Night, night, Michaela. Have a good sleep.
Bye.
Yeah, BB. If it is, kick him in the arse for me. And tell your mom. In fact, if you don't tell your mom, I might. Yep, you should. Because sooner or later, someone's going to check for the identity tags and everything from whoever's been doing it.
They had a Thor feature that released a few days ago. Have you ever heard the screaming goats?
The screaming ghosts.
No, goats.
Goats.
Or it's just a goat screaming. Have you ever heard that?
Have I ever heard a goat scream?
Yeah, like have you ever seen on YouTube like they have the screaming goats? Well they had that in a Thor feature a few days ago, and I was cracking up because of the goats were screaming.
Okay.
It's just funny because the goats were screaming, and that was like a big thing on the internet for a long time. The goats were screaming.
Yes. I never. Well, screaming goats. Well, maybe I could get a goat to scream on this. That'd be easy.
Is there something funny that I just said?
No, I said arse.
Oh, okay.
Solo loves whenever I say arse. There are certain words I say that she thinks are just complete hilarity.
There's and she didn't even ask for me to come on here. I just came on here and asked you directly.
That was nice. Thank you.
Because usually Solo's like, where's Brave? Where's Brave? Why isn't Brave on here? But I'm here now.
Oh, crud.
Nah, Brave, you're funny too, though. Yeah, I know. I was talking about Mario, and then I was talking about Alien, and now I'm talking about the goat screaming. There was also a guy that has another topic I want to talk to you about. This is old news, but I don't know if you listen to this kind of stuff. There's a guy that has a battery in his body right near his penis.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear that?
A battery near his penis.
No. Yeah, so it's a battery like inside of him, right near like his shaft, where his penis starts.
Right. What
That,
does it do?
I don't know what it does to have a battery right there. It could cause you to have electrical sex. It could just cause you to get boners that are much more intense.
I don't know, but there is actually a dildo in which is set up so that once you're done with it, it actually will call your favorite pizza place and order for your favorite food for you.
I don't know, but all I know is that this guy has a battery in his body near his penis, and it's in there.
Well, maybe he just needs a little bit of help.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also know that there is that item to. There's also a dildo which is out there that you can use, and what it does is It's actually a game controller, so you can use it and play your video game.
There's a there's a speaker there. There's a sexualized speaker that has Bluetooth capabilities, and you can play sounds from it. On
Yeah.
it.
Yes, I did.
I guess the people are enjoying these conversations right now about
Well, they're not used to me
dildo,
saying
dildo,
specific words.
like dildo.
And yes, I did say that. Oh, no. I just say things when I feel the need to. Now, what did I make anything yet? I think I made, okay, Fjord Sword. Well, that's a level 50.
Yeah, now we're having. It seems like It seems like you and I started a sex toy talk right now. Because
Oh, okay.
about sex toys in the too. In my middle school, we had a condom day where we blew up condoms like a balloon and we hit them around the room.
That sounds interesting.
It was very interesting. It was just
So, oh, I know why I did that. Okay. Right.
It says that Solo is so freaking red right now. From
Training. Need the training. Yeah, that is a waste of those. Well, not surprising because I didn't have her blue before.
are they saying that you're like a Smurf?
Yeah, smurfing. I don't like Smurfs. But let me see.
I mean, like they have like Smurf movies and whatnot where they're Smurfs.
Yes, they do. They even have a live one. Isn't that thrilling?
Yeah. Smurfs. We all got
Not very
Smurfs.
far though. There we go. Okay.
Seems like there's too many trolls on this live stream right now.
There we go. Let's see. And
Did I tell you I've got 10 subscribers on YouTube?
nice.
I have 10 subscribers. A lot of them are people from your chat that have subscribed, even though I don't use it. Brave, how old am I? Dominique, I am 21 years old. And here we go with the age questions again. People want to know how old I am.
You're a youngin'.
I'm 21. 21.
21?
Yep, 21.
21. Yep. Area's 36.
And they want to know how old you are, Sherry. Do you want
know
to say
how
that?
old I am?
Do you want to say that?
Do you know? Go ahead and say if you remember.
I don't remember how old you are.
You
I
just
wanna-
don't want to say.
I don't actually know how old you
You don't? Mm.
are.
Hey, BB, do you remember how old I am?
I want to say that you're 66, but that might be off.
That's off a little bit, yeah.
Okay. That's my guess, but I don't actually know.
No, 55.
Okay. My bad.
Could be, kiddos. Could be, Ozek. No, not 66 yet.
No, that was my guess. Sorry.
Yep, that was a guess. That was a big guess. Now, what? Curious.
Solo says I'm old enough to kick your ass and young enough to enjoy it. Are they talking to me or are they talking to you?
I think they're talking to you.
Solo, are you talking to me? With that question?
Order's Wrath.
Whoever had that Euromastics on earlier on Michaela's live stream, that was a pretty Euromastics.
This is a very nice one. Yes.
It's pretty big though, too. Ryan has a blue one of those. He's got a large blue one.
A blue one.
Yeah,
Nice.
he has a blue one. Yeah, he's got a blue one now. I know he's been wanting a Euromasters for a long time. And they're not very popular, but they're kind of becoming more and more popular.
No, they're not extremely popular. That is true.
Always Evolve. I don't know if you watch Always Evolving Pythons on YouTube, but we went to a bearded dragon place down in Mexico, and they had some banger bearded dragon morphs. Like they had red ones, they had yellow ones, they had orange ones, they had all sorts of pretty colors.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did Dav do that? Oh no, you just said who? Sorry. Not Dav, it's
I know you have a Rankins dragon, but have you ever thought about getting a bearded dragon?
we've been looking at the possibility because of Dorothy's little one passing away.
They're not that hard to take care of.
No, I didn't figure they would be. It's just the same as a little Rankin, except for more food. Pretty much.
And they're bigger.
Oops. Oops. Okay. La, 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 la.
I was playing a Pokemon game earlier before I came on here, but I turned it off because I jumped on here.
Well, thank you. That was very nice of you. I'm just getting this this thing done.
That book that I was showing yesterday during the live stream, that was a gift from one of my biology professors.
Nice.
Yep. Animals without backbones, and then it's a picture of a jellyfish on it. Because a jellyfish is not a fish; it's an animal that doesn't have a backbone.
Right. Okay, that's what I had to do.
What do I study, Dominique? I'm studying to become a zoologist right now.
Okay, what am I looking for? What am I looking for? Is that?
If people want to hear me talk about biology, I can, because I know a lot about biology.
Okay, this is that.
Would you ever be interested in hearing me talk about biology?
Biology is an interesting topic, especially considering. Ow! What the frickin' frack? something. Decided to take my ears off. Peril.
Maybe
Okay.
another time we'll talk about biology if that's what Sherry wants me to talk about.
What biological my brain went dead because I was
That loud beeping is a text message on my computer right now. I have a.
Oh, okay.
That's what that loud beeping is.
Okay, well, that was annoying.
Sorry, that's what happens when your phone is hooked up to your computer and you get text messages. It makes that sound.
Mine doesn't do that. Okay, let me see.
I'm sorry that it was loud. That's what it sounds like. It's that loud ding. And no, Solo, it wasn't a girl or anything. It was just a family member. Sorry, I'm just clarifying that because Solo's in the chat room right now.
Nice.
Did I tell you what I'm doing on Sunday? This coming Sunday?
What are you doing on Sunday?
I'm gonna go get food with a friend on Sunday.
Oh yeah, out for supper, basically.
No, it's gonna be lunch. Am I Jewish? No, I'm not Jewish. I'm not. Oh,
I have a lot of stuff in my bank space. 80,000 gold for another bank space. That'd be 10 more slots. No.
have you ever used? Have you ever? Obviously, this is through stream. I mean, not stream, but Steam, right? Elder Scrolls.
Yes.
Have you ever used any consoles like a Nintendo Switch or a Wii or a DS or anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just that when when David and I first got together, we decided not to have something around that was going to make us want to kill each other.
Well, video games are kind of some Switch games are some video game consoles can have that happen.
It's just we knew that there is a quick slippery slope to wanting to strangle someone else when you want to do something and they are sitting on whatever you're looking at trying to do or use.
If I were to be playing the Nintendo Switch right now, you'd probably hear me screaming. I mean,
Dang, 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 dang. Frickin' frack. Have to get another couple of things out. Yeah.
have a good night, Blackbird.
Night, night, BB. Have a good sleep.
I went to the dentist today.
Oh.
No cavities or anything like that, but I might have to have my wisdom pulled.
Might have to what?
I might have my wisdom teeth pulled.
That's never fun.
Did you have yours pulled?
Oh yeah, all four of them at the same time, day before Christmas.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
Not looking forward to it. But whatever. Have you ever had a cavity?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I have teeth that are completely destroyed.
Oof.
Yeah.
I've I've never I've never had a cavity, even though I have a lot of sugar, like ice cream and whatnot. I've never had a cavity.
Ah. So
I just call it pure luck, is what I call it.
that is pretty good luck.
But also, my teeth have a protection on it, so it makes it harder for me to get cavities.
Well, that helps.
Yeah. I'm sorry about the loud beeping again, though, because I'm getting text messages. I can mute if it's bothering people.
That would be nice, thank you.
But then I wouldn't be able to talk.
Well, then that would suck.
Exactly.
No,
That's
no, let's not do that.
yeah.
Let's. Hmm.
Tomorrow's my last day of surfing.
No more surfing? Oh, man.
Tomorrow's my last day of surfing, and then that's it.
Must be all right now. Must be all right now. Hmm.
Does it rain a lot in Canada?
That depends on whereabouts in Canada you are.
Like where you're at right now, does it rain a lot?
It's not not prevalent. It happens, but of course it happens. But it's not something that happens a lot. Um, do I have one of those, or I'll take that. It's not not like an everyday experience type of thing, but every now and then, every couple of weeks or something.
I'm guessing it snows.
Oh yeah, it snows. Um, Actually, the amount of snow that we get has been getting less and less each year.
Well, because due to climate change and the drought.
Yep.
Doesn't seem.
Yeah, pretty much. But also, the one thing I don't like is that the big teddy bears have been moving more south. Not a fun concept.
What do you mean by teddy bears? You mean like grizzly bears?
Oh no, no, no. Polar bears.
Oh, okay. Because you said teddy bears. And I'm like,
Yeah, nice, nice teddy bears. Yeah, they are just a fair size. And ooh, oh, I don't want to be around people when I open this. Chuck it. I'm going to open it. 10 won't. Oh, big deal. Okay.
so do you work?
So I'm fine.
I have a question for you. Do you work or are you retired?
Me?
Yeah.
I have been on disability for about 10 years now because of fibromyalgia, liver, um, myofascial, myofascial pain disease, etc., etc.
But my question is, have you had a job?
Well, yeah,
Okay.
I was literally born and raised in an office.
Okay.
So I accidentally got one of my dad's workers fired when I was just after 5 years old, when I actually started talking. Because I went downstairs, she was always out having a smoke, so I started asking customers if they, want coffee. I get them coffee, and I check to see if look at the time and everything for all, and yeah. Hey, Isaiah. Um, so she had not been she had been leaving her desk a lot and not doing her not being there to take care of the front or anything. So yeah, I got her fired. 5 years old, I was getting people fired. Yes. But if you're not doing your job and a 5-year-old is doing it, you shouldn't be in there doing having a job.
How did you get the person fired?
Simple. People were telling my dad that was a cute little secretary he had out there.
Okay. Now it starts to
Figured
make.
out that when he came and asked me, he figured out that she was not in her spot doing her job. She was constantly out for having coffee or coffee and smoke breaks with my aunt and grandma. So, who were also working there, but they didn't get fired. It's too bad. You're two people I did not get along with as a kid.
Who, your grandmother?
Yeah, my grandmother and my aunt. See, there was one time my grandmother turned to a cousin of mine, and I was just walking into the room. I was about 6, 7, maybe 8 at most. I don't know. And she was talking to one of my cousins, and she said, "If you ever marry a black man, you're going to be disowned from the Daynard family." And I looked at my grandma and says, I will marry whoever I fall in love with," and walked away. Right? I got in trouble for being disrespectful to my elders, but I didn't care. So you don't tell me crud like that. Another time she turned to my mom and said she was a part of the family because she didn't like coffee. And I said, "Well, I don't like coffee." And she said, "Yeah, but you're blood related." And I said, "It doesn't matter. If mom's not part of the family, neither am I."
That's kind of messed up, but okay.
That was my daddy's mommy. So, but I was pretty mouthy when I felt that someone was being inconsiderate or an arsehole. And yeah,
Are you saying that instead of asshole?
yes.
Okay.
And your point.
I'm just.
Point?
What?
Did you have a point?
No, I'm just. No, are you saying that because you don't want to say asshole?
I just don't say asshole very often. And I like using the word arse.
Yep.
Depends on how I feel at the time. If I feel there might be a youth around, I usually try not to swear. If I don't think there's a youth around, I will sometimes swear. I just learned not to swear. That's the basic thing.
I'm just rolling.
However, if I want to, I certainly do. And sometimes it can change from moment to moment what I feel like doing. But most of the time I don't, which is why a lot of our community has a good laugh when I do actually say a swear or call someone something. If I'm angry, upset at someone, and I actually do swear about them, people react because I don't normally swear. It's like, Sherry said a bad word. Come listen. Anyone have questions for any of us either of us to answer? That's
Yep.
an idea. Question day, go for it. Well,
I'm
any
just-
day question day.
I'm just asking if people have any questions I want to ask. Or you.
Any other questions?
Who, me?
Yeah,
I mean,
nothing from Mr. J.
Nope.
Nothing from me, Mr. J. So what exactly will you be doing, or what exactly are you looking at doing after you're done your schooling?
filming wildlife for a living. So
Ah.
going to various places. Isn't filming
So,
wildlife.
So you have been taking classes on filming and stuff like that?
Yes, I have a strong well, I shouldn't say I have a strong background, but I have a pretty good background in filmmaking and taking pictures and whatnot.
How so?
But my main goal is when I'm done with college is to go see Solo if that's possible, but also to go to Michigan and get on the Checking In podcast and just say hi to Jay and Brian and Anthony and everyone else.
That would be fun.
Isn't that one of your? Didn't you say you wanted to see that at some point? See me
Yes.
on the Checking In podcast at some point.
Yeah, I would love to. One of the what are you doing, camera? There we go. The thing is that I've been trying to get rid of boxes, walls that I haven't been able to break through. And I started doing YouTube because, well, one, I wanted to do a whole bunch of stuff for people I knew who did artwork, and I only got two people's artwork done to music video type thing. But I wanted to show off people and do just have people talk about what they're doing with art and everything, which came down to my other was being able to talk in front of people, because I was in theater arts.
I apologize to the people why I turned off my camera. I'm cutting my nails. That's what.
I see.
That's why.
Anyway, I wanted to break through my inability to talk, to do anything in front of an audience.
Right, but I feel like cutting your nails in front of an audience is kind of weird.
Well, then don't.
That's why my camera's off.
Exactly.
So,
There we go.
So people
I
don't.
just was curious what all of a sudden got the camera off.
Yeah. It's
Anyway, yeah, I wanted to break that wall because I used to be in theater arts. When I was in high school, I was in theater arts and was able to do a whole bunch of different things in front of an audience. And years later now, after going through other schooling and working and everything, I found that I couldn't talk in front of very many people because I had a course on starting a small business, and we were supposed to do a small presentation in front of the group, and I knew them, but I almost fell over. I couldn't do it. And I tried, but I couldn't. And then also I had gone to a radio station with a coworker who was he was taking over for our boss while he was gone away. So we went there to discuss about the golf courses. And I was asked a question and I completely couldn't say a word. So I wanted to do this to break through that wall so that I could talk. Even though I lose thought process and yeah, but I had never had stage fright before that, which really it messed me up because I couldn't understand what was going on, and I wanted to get back through that because I don't like it. I wanted to be able to do it and break down some walls. Better yourself type of thing, right?
Yep.
And that's one of the reasons I would like to be on the podcast. I would love to be on Brian Barczyk's podcast because it's another wall to get past. Because I mean, he's a famous person who I respect, and I respect Lori and them, and it would be yeah, it can come later in your life. It's a different thing talking to someone who having someone ask you questions who's that big, right? One of the other things I was able to change though. I did an interview with I don't know if you know him, Derek's Reptiles.
Yeah, I'm familiar because he's in the chat room. But he's interviewed Brian. He's interviewed Savannah. He's interviewed Noah. He's talked to Lori. He's talked to Always Evolving Pythons. He's talked to Bruce. He's talked to basically a lot of very famous enthusiasts about animals and whatnot.
Yeah. And I did an interview with him because Derek and I are friends and all, but it's different from talking with someone as a friend to interviewing them. It's a completely different thing. And yeah, it was very surprising for me exactly how not difficult but different that felt, even though I've talked with him a lot, or quite a bit, and we've always gotten along and terrorized with each other and everything, and it's been it was a really good experience. And yes, I know what's going on there, Brave. Don't worry about it.
So why do you want to get on the Checking In podcast?
Why the Checking In podcast?
Yeah,
you were gonna say?
Is there like a specific reason? Because Brian only talks to certain people that have a certain understanding or specialty in certain fields. Like that's why he had Brother Clint on. That's why he had Dingo on. That's why he had Savannah on, because the people have specialty backgrounds in various things.
Well, he also had a lot of smaller ones on as well, and he did say small. He would talk to anyone, all the smaller content makers and such. Now, you don't know an awful lot about my background. A lot of people don't.
So if you could tell him that you have an interesting background and try to convince him to let you on the podcast.
It was in animal care. I went through animal care and I worked at the Toronto Zoo it wasn't very long. It was just a work term, a class work term, which was only about 4 weeks. But I still worked there, and I mean, I always wanted to be a veterinarian when I was a kid, but then when I worked with vets, no. I figured out that not being a vet was a good thing. But I also have a background of just being around animals. I'm not sure exactly what I could say, except that it's hard. Couldn't handle putting animals to sleep. I put one dog to sleep myself. Girl rolled the vein for me, and I did it. It's not. it was very sad because it was a beautiful dog. It was a sweet dog. It was a dog that got along with children, got along with other animals, got along with pretty much everyone. They just decided, yeah, we're going to move and we don't want to take him with us. It wasn't even they won't allow pets and wherever we're going. It was just, we just don't want to take the dog. You can get another one. And it was put at the Humane Society, did not get a home, and we had to put him down. That was very sad. Those kind of stories I have. Animal care stories, animation stories, art stories, ghost stories. Yeah, it was pretty rough solo. The one thing that I could not handle even worse was docking puppies' tails. I I no, I docking puppy tail. That's that was a horrid experience. Holding on to this pup while he was just chopping off it. Check how many vertebrae back, and then just chopping it off. And it's horrible. I mean, just think of having your thumb chopped off with someone holding you while you get your thumb chopped off. Even if you're like a day-old baby getting your thumb chopped off, you're going to scream. It's going to hurt. And they just put iodine on it and, stitch it up a couple times and away we go. It's
My friend and I were having this discussion a few weeks ago about how, like, it's not only just putting the pet down, but it's also, taking off their, you know, giving the pet different surgeries and procedures, like
understand.
taking off their balls or taking out their ovaries or cutting off their tails or putting them down. A lot of people just can't do that.
And for people who can do it, I give people kudos for it. I mean, I've done an awful lot of work with animals in animal care, with working with vets, that it isn't all saving animals. A lot of times it is a bit of time it's saving animals from pain, saving animals that people have done horrid things to. Just seeing what people do and hearing what they say, it's they like this one woman. She brought in her cat to be spayed, and her cat was almost at full gestation. Would have had the kittens within a week.
Yeah, that's not smart
No.
because
The veterinarian brought her out and told her about it, and she said, well, there's no way my cat could get pregnant.
right, but your cat is
Let her out in
already
the
pregnant.
daytime.
Right, but your cat's already pregnant.
I only let her out in the daytime.
Oh, so then how did your cat get pregnant?
Yeah, so how'd her cat get pregnant, huh? Out only in the daytime, there's no way a cat could get pregnant in the daytime. Literally, that's what that person said. This is the type of personality that a lot of times we deal with. And it's saddening like, I mean, I can understand when people don't know that their animal is pregnant. I mean, that's very difficult at times to tell. Um, but things like the cat can't get pregnant because just let her out in the daytime, those type of things are, it shows what kind of what kind of people we're dealing with in the world. It's scary.
Yep.
I mean, just even the smallest of things are really crazy. But then again, I was really horrible too when I was working with this one vet. The two of us were really bad together. We grossed out this one girl so much she ran outside and was throwing up behind the garbage can for some strange reason.
Was that a cat?
No, a girl.
Oh.
A girl who came in from she was in, I guess, grade 8 or something like that. You go in for seeing if some places you're interested in. You do a little bit of a work term type of thing. And, basically, well, yeah, she didn't want the cat to get pregnant, but she didn't think it could get pregnant just because if she only let it out in the daytime. But this girl was a different thing. She came in from school for this little work thing that they have, working at a place that you'd like to work at. She wanted to be a veterinarian. So of course we had to be horrible, he and I. And she seemed a little bit easy to gross out. So he was cutting these kittens out of a uterus he had removed. I think it was the same kittens there. So he cut them out and he took out one of the kittens and he said, it's too bad they're so close to, popping, basically. And then he picked it up like so, and I put my head back and he put it over my face and poof, out she went. And, we made it look like I was going to eat it. And, she was right outside puking. Yeah, we were not nice. But yeah, the girl didn't stay there long. Have no idea why. Might have been you ran away for a few.
Sorry, Solo says brave. Yeah. Here we go, Solo. I'm back. Sorry. I was cutting my nails again. That's why my camera was off. But also, I was just listening.
Did you hear the last part of that?
Yes, I did it. And that's kind of messy.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, we were mean.
Yeah. That
this
Solo just said that that it was 100 degrees here. Yeah, Solo. Yesterday it was 94 degrees yesterday where I live. And I was on the bus yesterday and it was so hot on the bus. And not all buses have very good air conditioning. Some of them have kind of pathetic air conditioning. So you basically just have to tough it out when you're in a bus or you're in a confined space. But
I know what you mean.
I just couldn't. I just can't do public transportation in hot weather. If it rains, I'm okay with that. But public transportation in hot weather just doesn't go very well for me.
Well,
Yeah.
you would do better up here. It sounds like we don't have very. What was our weather today? Weather Edmonton. Oh, okay. We're supposed to go up to 16 tomorrow.
Is it so? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, 16 degrees Celsius, 52 Fahrenheit. Oh no, 52 Fahrenheit is that what we're at right now. 60. It's supposed to go up to 61 Fahrenheit, or 11 Celsius, or 16 Celsius. I mean. So, yeah. Ooh, we've got a hot week. Highest we're gonna get to is like 75 Fahrenheit. We don't get that high.
This
Thank
is
goodness.
this is what my weather is supposed to be like. So today, according to this is 91.
Mhm.
That's today. 91. 85, 82, 77, 79, 80, 76, 74, 72, and 70. That's the end of this week, including the weekend and next week. So it's going to be all in the 70s. So
So about my weather.
yeah,
And where are you again?
I'm in Northern California.
Northern Cali.
Yeah.
I keep on forgetting where everyone's from. I have it written down. Usually I write them down, but
Oh, thank you, Solo. I didn't know that moon was in California.
so you and Moon are both in Cali.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And Solo's in South Carolina.
Carolina.
South Carolina. I think is that where Mr. Beast's headquarters is in, or is that in Northern California? Or where they're in?
I have no clue. Hi,
Oh.
Tim Sweeney.
Hi.
Hi, Gabby.
We're just chilling out tonight.
Yep.
And talking.
What other questions do you have? By the way, that's not the only education I've gone through.
Oh yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting. That me and Moon talked about California.
Oh, God's humidity.
I was in Costa Rica for a vacation, and it was really humid.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was a jungle. It's basically.
Yeah. Yeah, humid's not fun.
Nope.
Sault Ste. Marie can be pretty humid because it's in the middle of 3 of the 5 Great Lakes. The 3 biggest ones. And if you ask me what their names were, I would tell you Michigan, Superior, Ontario? Lake Ontario, Lake Superior, and Lake Michigan. Let's see if I was right. Great Lakes of Canada. There we go.
Also, there is another thing I wanted to talk to you about. So you know that. Are you aware of who?
Superior, Michigan, and Huron. Damn it!
Yeah.
I always mess that up. It's Huron I always mess up.
I have something that I wanted to ask you.
Go for it.
Okay, so but I also have something to tell you. So you're aware who Anthony was? Like he worked with Brian and Jay, and he worked at the Rotarium, and blah 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 blah. He
Right.
he has a little. He has a son,
Okay.
and and what I think, like obviously he uses drugs, like he smokes and whatever, and I don't think that's the best thing to do around a little kid, but that's besides the point. But I respect the fact that he takes his son out into the wilderness with him. So when he goes and he films birds or deer or raccoons, his son is there with him, getting exposed to nature and the
Right. And the
outdoors.
kid knows what to watch out for and how to keep quiet and all that other stuff.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I think that's very interesting and good of him to do that. He's sharing his interests with the kid at a very young age. But then you have people like Noah, Brian's son, who was around reptiles ever since they were little. Like they were always at the shop. They always had, snakes and whatever. And Noah was
Yeah.
there, and you know, honestly, that actually sounds kind of exciting.
Yeah.
Just to be around snakes your entire life and hanging out with Chewie and
Okay.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
both are interesting.
yeah.
Uh, okay. So you wanted to ask me
Is it?
what I thought about it?
Yeah, like what do you think about that? Like people exposing their little kids to outdoors and nature and whatnot. Like
Well,
no,
if you don't expose your kids to things when they're young, they're not going to know. You know, night, Tim. You take care. Have a good night. Sleep well. um, I think that yeah, no, I was doing drugs too. It's not unusual for that, but most of their drugs seem to be
I think Noah
more
said
on
he's
the
kind of
hormones.
done with drugs, to be honest. I remember him saying
Yeah,
that.
he probably said that. But most of the ones they really talked about was weed. So
Right, but all right, but were you there during the early choices podcast when Bruce was there and Eric was there? Because Noah's done like LSD and acid, and
oh
you know,
yeah, I know that.
and what else did Noah do? He did something called the drip, which is
Mhm.
basically just a chemical mixture that they got off like the internet and they took that. But I think that's why Noah got kicked out of high school was because of his drug addiction. That's why he got expelled from high school is because he was addicted to drugs.
No clue. No clue.
I know that that's true because he's talked about that. That's why he was expelled was because of the drugs.
That is possible, but I can't say yay or nay to it because I mean, even though I was there for the podcast since day one. Uh, in fact, I was there for every single podcast for a long while, um, and just um, I don't know what happened for dropping off from watching everything so much. Um, Possibly depression and such. But I see Moon saying that if the parents don't talk to the kids, you have to look at it too. A lot of people don't know much about the farm. They don't know much about nature because they don't go out into it. I mean, a lot of people learn about nature through the internet or TV now, which is good. Don't get me wrong, it is very good. Um, but there are people who, it's not their fault. I mean, not everyone can do it or whatsoever, but it is good to talk to your kids. It is good to go out and, see nature. And it's, I don't see anything wrong with taking your kid out to see nature.
I don't see anything wrong with that either, and I think that's a good thing that Anthony's doing towards his son, is he's
Right.
taking him out to nature and exposing him at a young age to his interests, cameras and animals and whatnot. But Jay doesn't have a kid, but Jay's also interested in that kind of thing too. The outdoors, cameras, cinematography, all of that.
And he's doing extremely well with that. When he started out, he was still good. Not saying he wasn't good. He was a little bit nervous in some senses, which is completely understandable.
Right.
But I've seen the way he's been doing his work, and he's come along with his photography and filmography an awful long way from the start. He's been doing a lot of venturing into learning different formats and ways of doing it on his own, and it shows that he's been perfecting and being more creative with the way he does his imagery. And it takes time to do stuff like that. And he's a hard worker. He's just as hard working as Brian. I mean, he's with Brian most of the time, just zipping around doing what they have to do to take pictures and film them and everything else. It's so interesting how much and how far they go. It's a lot more than a job. It's their life.
Yep.
And it's very impressive. Were you there when the police came into the Reptarium one night?
Me?
Yeah. I mean, not at the Reptarium itself, but did you see that one?
Yeah. It's pretty intense.
Were you in watching the cam at the time?
Well, I was not on the. I was not looking at the cameras. No.
Because I was. Who got me to be moderator on that? It was those cameras they had in each of the cages. Like there was one in. Damn it! How can I forget her name?
Was it the person?
There was one in what's her?
Was it the person I was talking to?
Huh? No, I don't know. I don't know who. I don't remember who. Just no. someone had talked them into, had said that I would be a good moderator on there as well to make sure there wasn't any idiots that came on, uh, because there were the cameras for showing in each one of each animal's cages on what was going on, right? And it had turned dark, and I was watching it, and it's like, wait a moment, there's someone there with a gun. And I'm like, no, that's a gun. That is a gun. I know what a gun looks like. So I went back and I'm trying to find it, and it was hard to find. Hey, Kimberly, it was hard to find this gun. And then I finally found the shadow with the shadow of the gun, which is what I had seen. And I took a clip of it, and I said to who was on with me at that point? It was hi, Cat Eyes. Darn, I forget who exactly it was, but I said, "There's something going on. Is everyone out of there today?" And she said, "Yeah, I think so. We're talking to them." I said, "Yeah, there's something wrong. There's something going on. They need to be out because I think there's someone with a gun." And she said, "We're talking about it." And later on, a couple days later, they admitted that someone had gotten in there and into the reptarium. Someone must have accidentally left the door open, and someone came in probably thinking that they were open and then went out. But because they have it set onto an alert system, the police came to check it out. The police were the ones going around, and one of them had out a shotgun. And that's what I had seen.
Yeah.
I was so terrified that someone was going to get hurt or killed. Just because you see that kind of thing, and it's just, your heart sinks. It really sinks. Thinking, oh my God, someone I don't know personally, but someone I know is may be in danger, and I can't do anything. Which was rough.
Yeah. I'm gonna get off here pretty soon because I've been on here for a little
while.
For a little while, and I'm also just getting tired.
No problem.
It's been kind of a long day. Are you gonna? How long has this been going for?
An hour and a half.
Yeah, just an hour and a half. But we were on that other stream. Yeah.
We were at that other stream. Yep.
Well, I came in because midstream because I was drinking my smoothie.
And that's no problem.
Yep.
If you don't want to be on when you're smoothieing, then you don't come on when you're smoothieing.
Well, actually, believe it or not, I went to a Zoom meeting accidentally in my underwear. So I was sitting down there, and I was in my underwear, and I got up, and everybody saw me in my underwear when I went to let my cat in. I was in my underwear.
That is funny. That is funny.
Yeah, I was in my underwear when I went. Yeah, I was on a Zoom meeting in my underwear.
Well, at least it was just your underwear and not without the underwear. Or not without the what? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think. Yeah, I think if people saw like that, if people saw like my dick or anything like that, I think that would have been too far.
No wiener parties.
No.
Yeah, it does seem to happen a lot, doesn't it, Solo? Especially with poor Benjamin. Poor Ben.
Wait, what happens?
Oh, Ben has a tendency of dropping his phone every now and again. So, yeah.
The people are enjoying hearing you laugh again. But
Yeah, for some reason, people like hearing me laugh.
that's the second time that I've made you laugh so far.
It's not too hard to make me laugh.
No, but I mean, like, it takes a while to make you laugh, like, hard. Like
Oh,
that
to
one.
make me laugh hard. Yeah, you've gotta catch me at the right moment and the right joke. I mean, at
Yeah,
another time, if you had have made the joke like that, it would have been different. But because of the factor that for so long you've seemed tiny bit prudish, not really prudish, but very nervous and all that other stuff, and then all of a sudden the nervousness just gone, and like poof, saying this is like, wow, that went pretty far pretty quick. It took me years to get my hubby out of being prude.
Bella says I meant people in their underwears on Zoom meetings.
Yeah, well, people forget.
When it happened, then then I didn't when it happened, I didn't think it would be considered because they
Inappropriate.
considered that, yeah, inappropriate. But it's not like my junk was out or anything like that. I was just in my underwear. Because if my
Sorry,
junk
those
was
kind of jokes always make me laugh because, um, okay, for instance, this one guy, we went to this comedy show, and the one guy was making a joke about having his junk taped up for getting a vasectomy, and I started laughing. And the reason I started laughing was because my little brain, with how crazy it is, thought duct tape. And he's like, "You were laughing a little bit too hard about this." It's like, yeah, I was thinking about duct tape. So yeah, things that I think about. But
yeah,
then again, with the podcasts I do every second Sunday, we get a lot of things we think about.
I could never get a Brazilian. I know some people like to get Brazilians. I could never ever get a Brazilian.
I could never ever get a waxing. Forget it.
Yeah, well, that's what a Brazilian is. It's a
Yeah,
waxing.
well, I know about the Brazilian. It's just waxing in the first place hurts, let alone there.
All right,
Like,
like on one podcast that I saw, they one guy got a Brazilian, and then they posted it on Patreon of him getting a Brazilian, and
okay.
it was very intense that he was getting a Brazilian. I'm doing well, Kat. I hope you're enjoying listening to Sherry and I talk about this stuff, like getting Brazilians and other stuff like that.
Never.
But I mean, I could never get a Brazilian. Some people get Brazilians, but I could never get a Brazilian.
No waxing. My hair just goes away thinking of it.
That too. So that's what a Brazilian is.
Doing the behinds as well.
Yeah, you gotta get the behinds too.
My butt hurts just thinking about it.
Well, they're basically putting like they're basically just putting down like the sticky paper down, and then they're ripping it off, and it's ripping the hair off. That's basically what the waxing is.
Yeah.
It's like getting a really bad Band-Aid taken off. Like they're putting it down, and then just ripping it off. It's like a Band-Aid, but a lot worse.
I know.
Having it taken off. Is this too much information?
On myself.
Is this too much information for some people that we're talking about, like Brazilian?
No, I'm just saying. I know.
I know.
I know how wax feels. pulling off hair. I know how duct tape feels pulling off hair.
I've never done duct tape before pulling off hair.
You've never been duct taped before.
I've just used duct tape, but I've never had duct tape on my hair before.
Wrap it around your arm. Pull it. You'll see.
I don't think I'm going to do that. But
I figured you probably wouldn't. Usually people don't. Watching Sherry Channel. Yay! Having a laugh.
Yeah.
So you're out of fun questions for me?
who?
What questions do you think that Brian would ask? What type?
Well, he'd probably want to know the origin story behind it and the main reason why. I feel like that's kind of like the most of what the podcast. That's what each podcast is based on, is various like origin stories and backgrounds and why people did it. But like they had Brother Clint on, and he's like a demonist and whatnot. But then they brought him on the other time, and he talked about breeding dogs and having parrots and whatnot. So two different approaches to it.
Well, there's lots about a person that you can learn on different times. People are not.
Did you see what Solo said?
Yeah.
I'll show you how it feels, brave, when I wax your booty. And then Solo's laughing. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
Depends. It'll be a while.
Yep.
But she's willing. Oh, wait. You'd probably be willing. I have to be willing.
Me or her? Because she's offering to do it as a joke.
I know. Anyway, so you're saying that he'd probably ask.
He'd probably ask like the origin story questions, like how did it start? Why did you do this? Why didn't you do that? That kind of thing. But then the super chats also tie into it.
Yeah, they
If
do.
you think about it, so it's not just Brian, but like talking. Like I follow. Who do I? So. Like I don't follow like Dingo or anybody like that necessarily, but
Wicked Wickens
no,
webhouse.
no, not that.
He's good.
I know who he is because they've had him on checking in before.
Yes.
They've had Silver Cash on twice.
Silver Cash. Not
Do
sure.
you know who Silver Cash?
I know he's had on.
You know who Silver Cash is?
No.
He's a guy that makes pizzas and he breeds rats.
Oh yes, him. I remember him now. Okay.
Yeah, because his real name is Jason, but
okay,
everybody calls him Silver Cash. And then they had Mac on, the moderator.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, I don't know what happened to Mac because Mac hasn't been in the chat room on the podcast for months. I think the last time I heard he had like a ring problem. But
let me think. Tokes. There we go. DBCB. Is that on?
Looking for
DBCB is a nice guy.
Yep. DBCB.
Night, Cat Eyes.
Good night, Cat Eyes. I'm surprised Lucy's not on here tonight. Maybe they're just.
Well, she knows it's not my regular night to go on. She usually figures out when I'm on. Maybe next time she'll she'll come on next time.
When
Likely.
do you go live again?
Friday is our next day scheduled time. I do often go on just because.
See you later, Moon. Bye.
Night, Moon. You take care. Sleep well.
I know Moon because he's
Later.
also been in the Checking In podcast chat room.
Yep. Moon's a sweetie. I talked to a lot of people in our community. Yeah. Sleepy time. Damn, I feel like having a smoothie and everyone's asleep, so I can't go making noise with the bullet.
Well, that's why I do my smoothies. That's why I don't do my smoothies at 11:30 at nighttime because I'm doing that and it just that loud. It's just like, yeah, I don't want to make people upset while they're trying to sleep with that loud noise.
Well, I didn't think of a smoothie until now, so that makes a difference.
Well, I've been
I do
having.
no ice cream.
Well, you could have
Right,
ice.
my ice cream.
I had ice cream and then I had a smoothie back to back.
I had ice cream last night. We
See this?
more.
See my
Mhm.
smoothie cup? My smoothie was filled almost all the way up to the cup, and I drank most of it.
Mhm.
I feel like the smoothie thing has kind of become a big thing on here since I've started drinking them a lot more on here.
Well, if you like the smoothie, you drink the smoothie, and they're good for you. Well, except if you make them my way.
How do you make them yours? How do you make yours?
Usually with ice cream. Ice cream and real berries, though, and stuff like that.
I use frozen fruit, orange juice, bananas, and vanilla flavored yogurt, and I just blend that all together.
Yeah, I've done yogurt as well. Done ice cream with it. Just, whatever I find to put in with it. But they're nice. I
Those
haven't
little-
done that in a long time.
Yeah, those little tiny Haagen-Dazs ice cream things that are like this big, they don't last very long for me. It takes me like a night just to finish one.
It doesn't take much to go
Do
through.
you like Haagen-Dazs or do you prefer Ben and Jerry's more? Ice cream.
Depends on the flavor. I have found out that I like Ben and Jerry's what's that? Brownie whatever thingy. I haven't had Ben and Jerry's before, but I had that because our roommate bought some for Dorothy and myself. Because what are you doing, Santorma?
Who are you talking to?
Oh, Santorma's zipping around in her new little abode over by Dorothy. She seems to like it in there, but have to put on. Have to put on the heater for her because gonna have to fix it a little bit.
Are you gonna go to sleep pretty soon?
I'm gonna have some tea.
And then are you gonna go to sleep? Or are you just gonna stay awake?
I do not know what I'm gonna do. I might stay awake for a bit. I have. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, he's over there. I'm getting sunny.
Okay, well, I'm going to jump off now because I've been on here
For quite a while, and you said you were going to drop off a little while ago, and now you're saying you're going to again. So,
right, but then I was also making you laugh, and so
oh, so making me laugh is a different thing.
right.
I
If,
see.
if I make you laugh, it makes me stay on here longer. But also, I stay on here longer because of Solo.
Solo likes it when I laugh.
But Solo likes it
Yeah,
when I'm
that's the
on
one,
here.
Solo.
Yep.
And then the Haagen Dazs. David usually gets me the vanilla chocolate almond.
They have a vanilla Swiss almond, which is vanilla ice cream
That's the one.
with little chocolate coated almonds.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna jump off.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Have fun or try to. 5 people still on. Well, that is interesting. Yummy. Yep. Okay, I was considering leaving, but if you guys waited for a few moments, see you, Brave. If you guys want to wait a few moments and until I can get myself an orange crush, because we have some and some tea and crush. Nice. If you wait just a couple moments while I get some tea, I'll be right back and stay on. If you want me to stay on for longer, then I will do some artwork that I owe people. Yes, no? Because if you're going to stick around, I'll stick around. So. Okay, Solo. Mitzi, you going to stick around too? I won't be very long. And I will. Do I have. I'll leave you with something to watch. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay. And while I'm making my tea, I'm just going to put this on for you guys to be amused. It is Monroe when she was a baby playing with Pumaraz. I don't even know how long this is. I don't think this one's too long. Here. Hey, LKLUB. How's it going? Okay. Going up there. You give me those looks again, kit, baby. Baby boy. Remove. There we go. Just getting to work. Oh, new fun. Yep. What, Monroe? Want some? No? No, I didn't think you'd want any. And right over here is my Monroe. Come on. Don't go dark. Don't be dark. Come on. Here's Monroe. Hey, Monroe. This is my Monroe. She's miffed at me because I'm holding him. Yeah, I brought him back out of his little room so he and Monroe can glare at each other. They don't like each other too much. Oops. Remove. And okay, well, remove. There we go. Hey, Monroe, you're a star. That was an interesting burp. Okay, put this here. Okay, check it. I'm going to use the other. Bringing up my DAS. I should do a thing on how to use DAS mostly free. Because you can't it is difficult to do it completely free. Maybe I'll okay. Are either of you interested in the DAS program that I use on how it's how you can use it for free? Isn't very hard considering the fact that you get the base program and the base characters for free. The Dark Princess outfit, blah blah. Okay. Two dash two. Hmm. Plugins. Past Blender Bridge. Okay. Not like I'm using those. Yeah. Okay. Uh, I don't know how interested you are on how I do the things or how things are done in this program. Uh, but what are you doing? Hey, you going back there? Uh huh. Yeah, I can see you back there. You know I can. So what you up to? Trying to eat my hair again, huh? Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Come here. Hi. Get me? Get your nose. Get your nose. Get your nose. I'm gonna get your nose. Can I get your nose? Can I get it? Can I get it? Oh, I missed. I missed. There we go. Oop, you look at my finger. So you could climb all the way up, sweetie? You climb up further? I just will make sure you don't get. Oh, what you doing? You falling? What you gonna do? There we go. You try to climb up higher, or you just gonna stay there? Oh, what a silly little guy. What? Don't try to do weird things to my ear, little guy. You have to climb. You, you, come, you coming right on up? Okay, here we go. Up we go. Trying to go like this? Or what are you trying to do? Where are you trying to go? Coming to the front? Hey, come to the front. You come this way. Come on. Gorbash. Sammy Samwise. Gorbash. Sammy Samwise. Gorbash. Over here, Sam. What are you doing? You come over this way. Come. Let's turn you around. Oh, other way. Other way. What are you doing, Sam? I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I got you. You funny little guy. Yeah, I never expected him to try to climb on top of my head. But that seems to be where he was going, so why not get him there? Okay, let's this way. Okay. There. Let's put your little feeties there. And not quite the way I was thinking. Gorbash. Sammy Gorbash. Sammy Samwise. Sammy Samwise. Which way? There we go. Okay. Now that I have my Samwise hat on, we can do stuff. Now, okay. Now, okay. Now, did my program come up? Yes, it did. Message first. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What? What? What is a good question? I'm not sure. That's not the one I was looking for. Going to docs, not sheets. Okay. Oh, there we go. Which one is this? 6. Open. Okay. Oh, what? Oh. Ah! Okay, you're poking me in the eye, sweetie. Okay. Ouch. I'm getting a funny feeling you're enjoying yourself. Okie dokie, Solo. You're just having too much fun watching, huh? Okay. Okay. There we go. Is that good for you? Good spot for you, baby boy. You little boy. Yes. Oh. Ah, my goodness, little guy. Well, at least I got this being filmed. He's having fun. Or seems to be having fun, at least. Are you having fun? Yeah. Two people in there. Okay. I have open share screen. Share screen. There we go. Now, what am I going to do about this? Hmm. I don't even know what I'm going to do with this one. See if there's a song connection. Do I have a song connection that I can work with for this? There's actually a song by Naked Emperor called Naked Emperor. That works. Let's see. I shouldn't play that in here. Let me see. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Basically, hmm. Yeah, I am so boring at the moment. It is fun. Yay. Okay. Um, let's see how my little boy is doing. He seems happy. Happy little dragon. Yay, yay, yay. What do you think? Should I take you down? Or are you having fun up there? You seem to be having fun up there. Let's see. This back here. This forward. Ah. Okay, come on. That's my boy. Is that fun? Yeah. Yeah. I should get you a little bit of some other food, shouldn't I? And get you some carrots or stuff in a bit. Yeah. You funny little dragon. Well, that was interesting way for my hair to go. Good boy. Watch him a lot easier when he's here than when he's on my head. Yes, you little rascal. But you're not my rascal. So there we go. Okay. Stop that. Stick with this. I'm going to have to. I'm going into all files. Interesting. Okay. Hey, look, there's a crown. Good. It's not a very good crown, though. It's not a. Hmm. And hello, love.
There is a private Facebook listing.
Uh-huh.
Landlords of Edmonton beware.
Okay.
And what it is a listing of bad tenants.
Okay.
Only problem is, such a listing
Is illegal?
highly questionable under the law. Should any one of these tenants decide to raise objection and sue, these guys wouldn't have a foot to stand on.
Quite possible.
I mean, imagine if our name got up there.
Oh, they would have a lot to
How would
answer
we
for.
fight them? Who's going to take up our case? We don't have the money to hire a lawyer. A lawyer's not going to take it pro bono.
Sure enough.
We'd be screwed. And we'd never find out the one who swung the axe.
Mm.
That's the thing. And unless you get invited to that group, there's no way of getting that PDF. A local lawyer apparently has gotten his name on that list, though.
Mm-hmm.
He was contacted. He denies knowing anything about it, but yeah. In a way, I can't blame these guys because they keep getting screwed over by bad tenants.
That is true. There
But
are a lot of
likewise, bad landlords screw over good tenants.
Correct.
And the Landlord Tenant Association does take either side.
Mm. That is possible too. Lots of fun. Okay. Basically, this is a part of what I do that bores people out of their mind. They're trying to find things and often it's not explaining your thought process is not the easiest thing because the thought process does change a fair amount from one point to another. And it can be rather difficult. Figuring out how to explain it. I mean, for instance, right now I'm looking, I have a whole bunch of whole bunch of information that I can go by here to create whatever scene I'm going to create. And that's the fun part, is that I have to figure out what I'm going to create, which is a good start to it. But a lot of times, teachers and instructors like to say to make a drawing of what you're going to do, or make a sketch, stuff like that. I very seldom do that because they just not really it's not really in if I was working for a business, it would be a different thing. Like I'm doing this for a podcast of friends I'm in with. And my thought process a lot of times goes to looking at what there is and putting things together from there. Excuse me. Canopy bed is good, but not really medieval. I'm looking for medieval styles. This isn't quite it. That would be more wood. More wood. Oops. It's always a lot of questions to put together. And take apart, especially when you have quite a few different connections within, or you may have quite a few different connections within the interesting. Santa's. No, it's not what I'm looking for. Hmm. Okay, well, let's try that one. Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. Oh, this is going to end up with me looking for things directly in DAS to see what I have and don't have and all, and that gets boring for people. So I am going to leave the DAS right now. Sorry, Mitzi, but it doesn't seem like anyone's here anyway, I suppose. But if anyone has been or is, thank you for coming in. Thank you for hanging out and being here with me. Have a good sleep. Take care. Have fun. Remember, I appreciate all of you. I really, really do. And leaders, gators.